quiet lakeside community of Gaba where children once laughed without fear, silence now carries grief. A nation is asking, how did such unimaginable violence happen, and will justice ever be enough? 4 innocent lives were taken in the most brutal way, and at the center of it all, one man, Christopher Okello Onyum. But this is more than a trial. It is a question of justice, of accountability, and of whether a grieving nation can ever truly heal. It was the morning of April 2nd, 2026, at Gaba Early Childhood Development Center, run by Ggaba Community Church. Children as young as 1, 2, and 3 years old had just begun their day. Before 11 a.m., that innocence was shattered. A man entered the premises. Moments later, horror unfolded. 4 toddlers, Etiku Gideon, Keisha Achenoroth Otim, Serunyange Ignatius, and Odeke Ryan were brutally attacked, stabbed and left lifeless. Postmortem reports later confirmed deep, fatal neck wounds. Uganda stood still. As news spread, the Gaba community erupted. Angry residents flooded the scene. They wanted justice immediate, raw, and forgiving. The suspect was captured. Mob justice loomed. But before the crowd could act, security forces intervened. Police, the army, gunshots fired into the air. The suspect, beaten but alive, was taken into custody, and a question emerged: was he saved for justice or spared from it? Investigations revealed something chilling. This was no random act. Prosecutors say days before the killings, Onyum allegedly purchased knives. He visited the daycare, posing as a parent, studied the environment. Then, on the morning of the attack, he paid school fees via mobile money. A calculated entry, a deceptive plan, a deadly execution. Authorities recovered multiple knives, CCTV footage, DNA evidence, mobile phone records, all pointing to one man. The case moved swiftly before marking the Chief Magistrate, Sarah Basamera. Onyum was charged and committed to High Court 4 counts of murder. Then history was made under directives from Chief Justice Dr. Flavian Saija. A mobile High Court was set up right at the crime scene at Ggaba Community Church grounds, presided over Justice Alice Komuhangi Kauka. Justice brought to people, hundreds gathered, screens mounted, speakers echoing every word. Transparency or theater? The Uganda Law Society, led by Isaac Samakande, strongly opposed the move, calling it judicial lynching rally, a warning that public emotion could override justice, that grief became pressure, that the courtroom could become spectacle. Yet for victims, families, being close to justice meant everything. When Christopher Okello Onyum stood before the court, he pleaded not guilty. Despite the evidence, despite the testimonies, despite a nation watching, a mental health evaluation found him fit to stand trial. Prosecutors introduced a chilling motive ritual through human sacrifice. Then came the testimony that shook the courtroom. Phoebe Namutebi, a daycare caretaker. She had seen him before, a man asking about enrolling a child. Nothing unusual until the next morning. He returned, calm, carrying a bag, paid fees blended in. Then chaos. I saw a child lying in blood. She tried to stop him, throwing by scores, falling, racing again. Then he turned on her, He chased me with a knife. She ran, fell 3 times, believed she would die, but he turned back to the children. Moments later, 4 lives were gone. The courtroom fell silent. One father recalled his son's last words. "Goodbye, Dad." 3 hours later, he was gone. Another parent writes from traffic only to find his child lifeless. A mother called out her child's name, but had nothing back. Grief filled the air. Justice now had a human face. Today, even the courtroom was not spared. A Ugandan prison's vehicle lost control, ramming into members of the media. Journalist Ronald Mulwana, injured, rushed to the hospital. Once again, Gaba witnessed chaos. As evidence was presented, as lives were recounted, Christopher Okello Onyum laughed. A moment that stunned the courtroom. Defiance? Detachment? Or something deeper? Now, Uganda watches. The trial continues. Witnesses return. Evidence unfolds. Questions remain. Will justice be served? Will truth bring closure? Or will this tragedy leave scars that never fade? 4 children, 4 futures gone in a moment of unimaginable violence. And one man at the center of it all. As the High Court continues its work, Uganda holds its breath. Because this is not just a trial, it is a test of justice, of truth, and of humanity itself. Will Christopher Okello Onyum finally answer for the lives that were taken? Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe on this channel for more in-depth stories.